So this is a demo of something I'm calling Frosty Cashu Wallet. It's not really very usable, but it was a lot of fun to put together Frost for the Shamir secret sharing multi-sig thingy-me-bob, and Noster for coordinating the Frost signatures, and of course Cashu. So I'll start with a lightning invoice for a small number of sats. So 8 satoshis, copy that, and we're going to pay that invoice, and we're going to do it collaboratively. So this sets up 3 people. Now normally this setup would be done in advance in a super secure way, but this is just a bit of fun. We're going to set up 3 people who have the rights to spend this. So Frost is this multi-sig thing. Well, multi-sig is the wrong name, but so signer 1 has joined. So 3 signers. There are 3 signers, and only 2 are needed to make a payment. So if we look at the bottom left here, we see that 2 of 3 have joined. That's enough. This is 2 of 3. We could do 7 of 20 if we wanted. But anyway, so I press enter. Now this line is just some setup that I'm funding the wallet. So I'll do that off screen, so to speak. In reality, this wallet would be set up in advance, and and so on. But this is just a fun demo. So that should now be paid. Yes. So now I'll try to talk more clearly about what the setup really is. So we imagine we have a Cashu wallet, and the 3 signers together control one pub key. I think it's this. Yeah. So this is the pub key. None of the individual signers can sign for this pub key because they don't have the full private key. Each of the 3 just has part of the private key, and we've made this tiny Noster wallet, so to speak, that has 8 satoshis in a Cashu token, and it's a normal Cashu token except that it is locked to this pub key. So the mint won't allow this Cashu token to be spent unless it has a signature from this public key. So now I'll go back to Chromium. So we are now imagining that 2 of the 3 signers are getting together, and they have been asked to approve this payment, so they press approve. So the coordinator is running on my laptop in the terminal, and these 2 signers can be anywhere. They're running in the browser here, but they could be in separate locations. And the coordinator and the relays are talking to each other over Noster. So the coordinator sends the requests to Noster, via Noster, to the signers. For example, here's the signer waiting for the signing request, and they've received the round 1 request, which they just approved a moment ago. So they have been asked, this signer has been asked to sign a message that pays the invoice, basically. To sign an invoice to sign a Cashu melt, which will destroy the Cashu's or the wallet's token, and use it to pay the invoice that we started this entire demo with. So the other signer has also been asked. So remember, these 2 signers between them, they don't have the full private key, but between the 2 of them, they're able to sign for it. And it's, Frost is quite trustless. So at no point, the coordinator can combine their partial signatures, basically. So there's 2 rounds in Frost. So I'll just continue on. So there's a lot of complication where the signers maybe don't trust each other. Well, in reality they do trust each other, but they might not trust the transport that's happening between them. So there has to be a lot of complicated stuff that I don't fully understand yet, where to make sure that the signers can't trick each other into signing the wrong message, for example. So that's all done. Oh, I should have gone, yeah, it received 8 sats via Lightning, so just a few seconds ago, I'll go back to history. A few seconds ago this was paid. Yeah, you saw the alert just a few seconds ago. It says 5 minutes ago because that's when we generated the invoice, but it was paid just a few seconds ago when we when the 2 signers completed their signature.